It wasn't just a fight. It was a war between nations, cultures, and egos. Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov was a WWE-style feud that turned the UFC upside down. Violence bled beyond the octagon. Bus windows shattered. Trash talk crossed every conceivable line of civility: race, religion, family. And when the cage door closed, history was made. But how did it all spiral so far out of control? And why, years later, does this rivalry still feel unfinished? Conor McGregor wasn't just a fighter, he was a storm. The Irishman's left hand ended careers, his mouth sold pay-per-views, and for a time, he looked unstoppable. But in the shadows, Khabib Nurmagomedov was building something terrifying. A perfect record built on relentless pressure, with a style that made world-class fighters look
like, droopy-eyed, armless children.
Two men on a collision course, one fueled by Celtic bluster, the other by Dagestani discipline. And when their worlds finally clashed, it was personal.
Iconic clash.
Conor McGregor, the Dublin Dynamo dubbed the Notorious, is MMA's trash-talking tycoon. A former two-division champ with a whiskey empire, flashy suits, and a left hand that can flatten a freight train. He's 22-6, known for knockouts like his 13-second starching of Jose Aldo in 2015. But his mouth's his deadliest weapon.
I've ridiculed everyone on the roster. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Dagestani bear wrestler called the Eagle, is the undefeated 29-0 grappler who retired in 2020 after submitting Justin Gaethje. A devout Muslim from the mountains, he's all about discipline, family, and smothering opponents like a human avalanche, with a ground game that made martial arts legends look like Tai Chi retirees. Their paths crossed in 2018, but the beef brewed from cultural clashes, personal insults, and a bus-smashing spectacle that made UFC 229 the biggest pay-per-view ever, at 2.4 million buys. The historic Bad Blood ignites in April 2018 at UFC 223 Media Day in Brooklyn. McGregor, fresh off his boxing loss to Floyd Mayweather and stripped of his lightweight belt for inactivity, flies in with a crew to confront Khabib over a prior spat. Khabib had cornered McGregor teammate Artem Lobov in a hotel, slapping him after Lobov called Khabib a pussy online.
There was some kind of Russian stuff going on between those two.
Conor retaliates by storming the Barclays Center loading dock, hurling a dolly through a bus window carrying Khabib and other fighters. Glass shatters. Michael Chiesa and Ray Borg got injured, leading to fight cancellations, and Conor turned himself in, facing charges of assault and criminal mischief. He later pled guilty to disorderly conduct, paying fines, and doing community service.
This is the most disgusting thing that has ever happened in the history of the company.
Khabib called it crazy, but the hype machine revved. Dana White condemned it publicly, but admitted privately it was gold for business.
Listen, if it sells pay-per-views, I'll try it.
The feud escalates with psychological warfare. McGregor, ever the provocateur, unleashes a torrent of trash talk, calling Khabib a terrorist, mocking his Dagestani heritage, his manager, Ali Abdelaziz, a former Chechen informant, and even his father. At the UFC 229 presser in October 2018, Conor rants about Khabib's backward culture, accuses him of ties to Chechen dictator Ramzan Kadyrov, and threatens to stomp on his head.
Oi, stomp on my head!
Khabib stays stoic, vowing to change his face and make Conor humble.
Not only smash, change his face. I want to change his face.
The fight itself is a mauling. Khabib dominates with wrestling, dropping Conor in round 2, then submitting him with a neck crank in round 4. Post-bell, Khabib spits at Conor's corner, vaults the cage to brawl with McGregor's teammate Dylan Dennis, sparking a melee where Khabib's crew jumps Conor inside the octagon.
And Khabib just ran and dove over the octagon and went after him. While that was happening, two of Khabib's guys jump over the octagon and go after Conor. Khabib diving over was ridiculous.
Fines fly. Khabib $500K, Conor $50K, and both get suspended. Khabib for 9 months, Conor for 6. The Nevada Commission withheld Khabib's purse initially, but he stood firm, threatening retirement unless his teammates were cleared. To many, Khabib's style is smart, but unsatisfying. For all the ire, there wasn't much fire in the octagon. Despite the uncivilized nature of the lead-up, the actual in-ring action felt very much like a standard sporting competition. We build up to a fight and it just never really felt like we got one. That's the nature of Khabib's style, dominant in the least combative way possible. Sure, the chaos spilled out of the octagon, but not the confrontation between Conor and Khabib that fans were hoping for. And though Conor's performance left little hope for a different result, no rematch ever happens. Khabib retires undefeated after his father's death, honoring a promise to his mother, and turns to coaching stars like Islam Makhachev.
Oh, alhamdulillah. Today is my last fight here in UFC.
Conor fights on sporadically, winning against Donald Cerrone in 2020, losing twice to Dustin Poirier in 2021, including a rough leg break, and hasn't fought since due to injuries and legal woes. The beef still simmers verbally. Conor accuses Khabib of dodging a rematch, calling him a rat and a coward, while Khabib dismisses him as a chicken and alcoholic. In 2019, Conor offers $50,000 to charity for a grappling match. Khabib ignores it. Family gets dragged back in, with Conor again mocking Khabib's father's COVID death in deleted tweets.
Alhamdulillah.
And Khabib slams Conor's 2020 sexual assault allegations, which were acquitted in a civil suit. By 2022, Khabib tells GQ the feud is personal, forever, citing the bus attack and insults to his religion and homeland. So where's the beef now? As of September 2025, it's still verbal venom without gloves. Conor, sidelined since pulling from UFC 303 in June against Michael Chandler due to a broken toe, spends time on social media and on his proper number 12 whiskey brand, facing ongoing legal battles like a $15 million assault payout to a woman in Ireland. Khabib, fully retired, coaches his Eagle FC promotion and mentees like Umar Nurmagomedov, who won at UFC Abu Dhabi in August. The feud reignited in January 2025 when Khabib shared brutal UFC 229 footage with deeds, not words, slamming Irish MMA's decline. Conor hit back with racial slurs, including the N-word in deleted posts, calling Khabib a terrorist rat. In July, Conor responded to Khabib praising Ilia Topuria, tweeting insults about Khabib's stinky feet.
I just speak the truth. I don't talk trash. I speak the truth.
Khabib backed Paul Hughes in a McGregor spat, calling Conor a bastard. Still, no rematch talks. Khabib's adamant about his retirement. Conor claims he'd destroy him, but age and injuries make that unlikely. Fans keep the fire alive in 2025, with polls showing 70% want a rematch. Drop your takes in the comments, feud fiends. Would it be worth it? Does Conor have anything left in the tank? Do we all have to accept that maybe Khabib is done for good? Was the whole thing pure malice or promotional trash talk genius? Join us next time when we dissect another star-studded spat. It'll make you glad you're not famous. Have a good day, or go wing a dolly at a school bus. It's your choice.
And he tapped, and I was like, okay, it's not enough. I need something, it's like, and I see like some his corners like talk with me, like, and I think, oh, I have to bite his heart,
Like us. Subscribe to us. Submit to us. Until next time, Feud Fiends. This has been